Hello, how are you?
Hi, Elena. I'm great. Thank you. And you?
I'm good too, thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Elena.
And I'm Jack. Thank you for joining us today. This podcast is a great way to learn English while talking about interesting topics.
That's right, today we are going to talk about freedom. It's a very important idea. But first, let's introduce some keywords we will use in our conversation.
Good idea. The first word is freedom. Freedom means being able to do what you want without being controlled by someone else. For example, freedom is when you can choose your own job.
Another word is choice. A choice is when you decide between two or more things. For example, you can choose what to eat for lunch, pizza or salad.
The next word is rights. Rights are things that everyone should have, like the right to speak or the right to be safe.
Yes, and the word responsibility is also important. Responsibility means doing what you should do, like helping your family or finishing your homework.
Finally, let's talk about independence. Independence means doing things by yourself without needing help from others.
Great, now let's start talking about freedom. Jack, why do you think freedom is important?
Well, I think freedom is important because it makes people happy. When you are free, you can make your own choices, like where to live or what to study. What do you think, Elena?
I agree, Jack. Freedom gives people the power to follow their dreams. For example, if someone loves painting, they can choose to become an artist.
That's true, but freedom is not just about doing what you want. It's also about respecting other people's rights. For example, you are free to listen to music, but you should not play it too loud if it bothers your neighbors.
Yes, that's a good point. Freedom and responsibility go together. If everyone respects each other, we can all enjoy freedom.
Elena, do you think everyone in the world has freedom?
No, unfortunately, not everyone has freedom. In some places, people are not allowed to say what they think or choose their leaders.
That's sad, but I think learning about freedom is the first step to making the world a better place.
I agree, and understanding words like rights and responsibility can help us see why freedom is so important.
Exactly, Elena. Freedom helps us understand each other better. When we respect others' rights, we can live together peacefully. For example, if everyone has the freedom to believe in their own religion, it creates a more harmonious society.
Yes, that's so true. And freedom also helps people feel more confident. When you know you can make your own decisions, you feel stronger and more independent.
Absolutely. It also gives people the chance to learn and grow. For example, when children have the freedom to go to school, they can get an education and a better future.
I like that example. Education is a great way to show how freedom can change lives. But Jack, do you think there can be too much freedom?
That's a good question. I think if people don't use their freedom wisely, it can create problems. For example, if someone drives dangerously because they think they are free to do so, it can hurt others.
Right. So freedom also means thinking about how our actions affect others. It's not just about me, it's about we.
Exactly. That's why freedom needs to come with rules. Rules help protect everyone's rights and keep things fair.
I agree, Jack. For example, we have rules about working hours so people don't get tired or overworked. These rules protect workers, but they still have the freedom to choose their jobs.
Good example, Elena. Freedom and rules work together to create balance. Without freedom, life feels unfair. But without rules, life can become chaotic.
So true. Freedom is a powerful idea, but it needs respect, responsibility, and fairness to work well.
That's a great point, Elena. Freedom is powerful, but it needs respect and responsibility to make it meaningful. I think this is why freedom is sometimes called a gift. It's something valuable that we need to take care of.
That's a beautiful way to describe it, Jack. A gift, yes, but one that we all share. For example, in a community, everyone's freedom is connected. If I respect your freedom, you respect mine, and we all live better lives.
Exactly. And when people understand that, they can work together to solve problems. For example, imagine a town where people freely share ideas about how to improve the environment. That kind of freedom helps everyone.
Yes, I love that example. Freedom allows people to speak up and share their opinions. It's how big changes happen in the world through ideas and actions.
But sometimes people are afraid to use their freedom, especially when they worry about what others might think. What do you think about that, Elena?
That's true, Jack. It can be scary to speak up, but freedom also gives people courage. For example, when someone stands up for their rights, it can inspire others to do the same.
Absolutely. And the more people use their freedom for good, the stronger it becomes. Think about history. Many great leaders fought for freedom, not just for themselves, but for everyone.
Yes, like those who fought for the freedom to vote, to go to school, or to be treated equally. Their courage reminds us why freedom is so important.
And it shows us that freedom is not always easy. Sometimes you have to work hard for it, but when you do, it makes life better for everyone.
Exactly, Jack. Freedom is worth fighting for because it gives people hope and opportunity.
That's so true, Elena. Freedom brings hope and opportunity, but it also teaches us important lessons. One of those lessons is about equality. When everyone has freedom, it means no one is treated as less important than someone else.
That's such an important idea, Jack. Equality means everyone has the same rights and chances, no matter who they are or where they come from. For example, freedom of speech means everyone can share their thoughts, not just a few people.
Exactly. And when people feel equal, they feel respected. This respect makes communities stronger because people can work together without fear or unfair treatment.
Yes, respect is key. But Jack, do you think it's always easy for people to respect each other's freedom?
Not always, Elena. Sometimes people disagree about what freedom means. For example, one person might feel free to do something, but it might hurt someone else's freedom. That's where compromise comes in.
Compromise is a good word here. It means finding a way for everyone to be happy and free. For example, if two people want to play music in the same room, they can take turns instead of arguing.
That's a simple but great example. Compromise shows us that freedom isn't just about what I want. It's also about what we need as a group.
Exactly, Jack. Freedom becomes stronger when people work together. It's like a big puzzle. Everyone's piece is important, and when we connect them, we create something beautiful.
I love that idea, Elena. Freedom is like a puzzle. It only works when all the pieces fit together. That's why it's so important to listen, share, and understand each other.
Yes, and when we do that, freedom can lead to peace and progress. It helps us build a world where everyone has a chance to live their best life.
You're absolutely right, Elena. Freedom gives everyone a chance to live their best life. It's about creating opportunities, understanding each other, and building a better future together.
Exactly, Jack. And when people value freedom, they also learn to respect each other's differences. These differences can make our world more colorful and interesting.
Yes, that's the beauty of freedom. It brings people together while allowing them to be themselves. It's like everyone adding their unique color to a big, beautiful painting.
I love that idea, Jack. Freedom isn't just about individuals. It's about communities, countries, and even the whole world working together.
That's so true. And as we've discussed, freedom works best when it's balanced with respect, responsibility, and fairness.
Yes, Jack, freedom is a gift, but it's also a responsibility. It asks us to think about others, to be kind, and to work together for a better future.
Well said, Elena. Let's take a moment to summarize what we've talked about today. Freedom means making your own choices, respecting others, and taking responsibility. It gives people hope, courage, and the chance to grow.
And we've seen how important freedom is for equality, respect, and progress. It's something we should all value and protect.
Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. We hope you enjoyed learning about freedom and practicing your English with us.
If you liked this podcast, please follow our channel, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends and family.
And don't forget to leave a comment. Tell us what freedom means to you or share your favorite part of today's podcast.
We're so glad you joined us today. Keep learning, keep practicing, and remember, your voice and your freedom matter.
Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye.